Ladies and gentlemen, geeks and nerds, welcome back to another episode of Road to HermitCraft. And today we are going to do a new project in the Death Star. We haven't been there for a little while, so it's about time. We made some more progress and got something interesting lined up for today. I think I might have gone a bit too far with it, but it's going to be interesting. But before we make a start on that, one thing to let you know about is this thing right here. So I was contacted on Discord by one of our Discord members called Mythbusting, and they let me know that in here this is no longer working. As you can see, there aren't any melons or pumpkins, and it seems that 1.13, if you've got a stem underneath farmland, it doesn't grow. So this farm is pretty useless. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to do about that just yet. But thanks for the heads up. Thanks for letting me know. We will get onto that at some point. All right, so today's project is going to be up here, right up here. We are going to be doing it at level 8, which I think is this one. I'll double check in a second. In fact, let's go into the turbo lift. Level 8. There it is. Level 8. Yes, and it's going to be over here. On the west side, facing west, it's going to be in here. And we are going to make a project board. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You've seen project boards before. We build a great big wall and we put signs on it to tell us all about all of our projects. And when we finish a project, we take the sign down. Yeah. We're not doing that. This one has got redstone, it's got lamps, and it's got something else. Let me show you what it's got. I need to fly up here. As well as lots of lamps and redstone and shenanigans, it's got some of these guys, chickens. We're going to have some chickens as well. So if you want to see what a project board with redstone and an untold number of lamps and a bunch of chickens what is going to look like, then stay tuned. Right. Let me get set up and I'll bring you back and talk you through it. So we're only a few minutes into the episode and I have derped already. I thought I would lay out the area that we're going to need to build this thing. Here it all is in dirt. This is how big it's all going to be. But the problem is I built it in the wrong place. It should be up there. This is level 7 and it should be at level 8, which is one level above. So if we go in here, here it is, level 7. Not quite sure how I did that. But anyway, so I need to come back and get rid of all of that. But there you can see how big it is, pretty big. But what we do need some chickens, and I don't have many. Obviously we have these two up here, but not many others. In fact, no others up here. And I don't have many eggs. I've collected a few from these guys, but I think what I need to do is collect a whole bunch more eggs so we can get some more chickens. And just got a little contraption here. Well, not even a contraption, just a little hole. We're going to pop those 2 chickens in and leave them here and collect their eggs over time. So let's see if we can do this thing without too much derpage. Oh geez. Right, let's make a hole and hopefully all the other animals don't escape. So you chickens can come out of there and I'll fix that back up again. Okay, good. Let's come up here. Let's see, can we get these chickens in this hole? They're not going to fall in there. Oh, there's one. Good. The other one. In fact, what I'll do is let's not hold that anymore. Let's do this, and then if I can just push him in, fall in, there we go. All right, good. So they're going to lay their eggs and we're going to collect them in there. So yeah, all good. All right. On that note, let me get back down here and rebuild this one level up, and then I'll talk you through what we're going to do. Here we are. The project board is finished. And that's the end of the episode. No, of course, this is the kind of project board I'm talking about that I'm sure many of you have done or at least seen before, where you have a big wall and you put these signs down for all of the epic projects you're going to do. And that's about it. Now, there's a few flaws with this. And this is what I want to improve on. So I guess first of all, it takes a whole block for each one. So of course, this can get pretty big if you've got a lot of projects in mind. And then also, if you've started some of these projects but not finished it, there's not an easy way to do that, right? So you might want to move, you might want to have this board as like the board you want that's to do board. You might want to have another board that's in progress, and you can't really move a sign from one to the other without retyping the whole thing again, which is super boring. You can't easily change the background block to be a different block because the sign will break. You could put a lamp behind and sort of light the lamp if you're in progress, but That's all a bit manual. And so yeah, what I want to do is a better version of this. And I've got something over there. So let me show you what we're going to do to start with. So here we have some chests, 3 chests, and I'm going to sort these chests by things projects I want to do, projects that are in progress, and projects that we've done. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill these chests with non-stackable items, and all we're going to do is we're going to stick one of these into an anvil. We can easily get levels, so that's no problem, and then we can add a new project. Build Death Star. That's going to be our project, even though we've already done it. And then what we do is we can put that into our in progress, and so we can just hover over these items and see all the projects we've got to do. Now once we've done this one, we can take it out of here and put it into the done. We've done it. Yay. Now of course we can add as many of these as we want into this chest, and of course we can rearrange them as well. So if we want to put projects that are higher priority, ones we want to do first at the top, we can do that. We can drag these things around, so that's another convenience. Now that's all well and good, but the other thing I want to do is I want to make this a bit more interesting. So of course what we can do is we can put a comparator behind and read a signal from that. And now what I want to do is I've got all these lamps here. Now actually I'm going to have a whole row of 15 lamps, three rows of 15 lamps. And yeah, what I want to do is, depending on how many items there are in these chests, I want to light these up. So then we'll get an indication just by looking at how many jobs we've got to do, how many are in progress, and how many we've done. And so hopefully over time what we'll see is we'll see the top row totally full up, or pretty much full up, because we'll have loads of ideas, loads of things we want to do. Our in progress will be hopefully not too big. We need to have a few projects on the go at once, but hopefully not too big. And then at the beginning, obviously, our done list will be empty. But then over time, the lights will change and we'll get more things in the done list. Our in progress things will be done, and our to-do list will get shorter. So hopefully that will be like an indication we can see over time. So what I want to do is I want to build this up all the way to here. And this one is going to be just for, I think, just for the overworld. Then we're going to have another one here, which is going to be for the end, which is like anything outside the Death Star. We've got another one over there, which is just for the Death Star. So all of the projects inside the Death Star we want to do. And another one over there for the Nether. So we're going to have 4 of these modules all spread around. Now the challenge for this, and for me anyway, is the redstone. Because it's very easy to light up multiple lamps when you don't mean to. So for example, if I was to get a redstone torch and pop it here, I'm just intending to light just this one up, just this one lamp, but of course it lights up all the others as well. So we need to try and think of a way to make sure we just light up one lamp at a time. So I know the theory of that. I've got a design in mind, so we should be able to do that. And what we'll do is we'll build up a bit at a time, and I'll show you how it works. And I'm sure the redstone geniuses will think of a better way to do it, because redstone is not my strong point. But yeah, it should be interesting. And once we've got those 4 modules in, then we can bring in the chickens. I've actually bred up a few more, so we've got eggs coming in at a faster rate. But yeah, let me make a bit of progress here on this first module, and when we've got that done, I'll show you what I got. All right, so I've made a bit of progress, and here you can see the bottom row of lamps is all lit up. So let me show you what I've got so far. So here we have our bottom chest, and I've just filled this up with these shovels. So these are non-stackable items. And yeah, as you can see, the whole row underneath is lit all the way to the end, because this chest is full up. If I was to take a couple of things out, let's take a few out. You can see now the end couple of lamps depower. So it's working. So let me just quickly show you. Now, if you know your way around redstone, then this won't be anything new to you, but I thought it's worth talking about in case there's a few people like me that are not all that clear about how this stuff works. So I've got a comparator coming out of this chest, and in fact, if I break this block and stick a piece of redstone here, you can see that 15 power level of 15 comes out of here. That's because it's full up. Now the good thing with the comparators is it keeps the signal strength all the way through. So whatever you put into it, if you don't do anything else, the same power level will come out, and it goes through these blocks. And so this power level here, 15, that comes from this block via all of this around here, it's the same as whatever this number is here. So if we were to take out a few items again, you can see this power level is now down to 13, and of course it's down to 13 over there as well. It's the same one. So I'm going to use blocks here, and we'll see why in a second. So that enables the power level to go all the way around to here, and now I've just got a whole bunch of repeaters that point into blocks. So it's strongly powering this block, and then that then weakly powers the lamp underneath it, or in front of it, should I say, which means that no other lamps around it get lit. So that is how the bottom works. And of course, as the signal strength gets less and less lamps will get lit because the signal strength doesn't reach down to this end. So yeah, hopefully that makes some kind of sense. So the next thing to do is the next row up. Now, of course, this is where the challenge starts, because we want to do this row without interfering with this row. And if we wanted to do the same thing like we've done here, it's a bit tricky because we can't put a repeater on top of a repeater. We can't put this repeater on top of this redstone. So now it gets a little bit tricky. So what you can do is, let's just build one up quickly, is you can put a block behind a chest and a comparator can read it out just the same. And then we can do this same comparator block kind of thing. So let's get this in here and let's do another one on this side. Hopefully I can remember how to do this. And we'll put a block here, I think, and another comparator right here. And we need to have a block here, and I think one of these, and then a block, I think. No, not a block. Not a block. We need some of this, redstone dust. All right. So this is going to do the same thing as underneath. So whatever the power level for that chest is going to come through all of these comparators to this. So this power level will be the same as whatever comes out. So if we stick a couple of items in, I've got some already. Let's put a few of these in. Let's work our way back up here again. Hopefully we'll see. There we go, power level 2, and that's the correct power level for that number of items. But now how are we going to light this lamp without interfering with anything else? We're going to use the power of pistons. Let's see if this works. Hopefully it should. If we were to now stick a sticky piston on there, it gets powered. And we could stick a redstone block, and that's going to light up this lamp, but not this one. So now if we repeat this all the way along, so from here, this slice all the way along there, we should then be able to light up the second row in total and match up whatever's in the second chest there. All right. Let me just extend this over and then we can do the third level. And there we have it. A line of sticky pistons and redstone blocks and repeaters. Yes, good job we got that witch farm. Jeez. So yeah, this is all working. So yeah, all of the middle row of lights will light up correctly depending on how much stuff we've got in this middle chest. And I've just added a whole row of lamps for the top row, which is going to be for this chest right here. And this one is actually super simple to wire up. We can actually do this one together if I remember how to do it. So first of all, I'm just going to stick a few blocks up here. In fact, not those blocks. Wrong ones. Where's my iron? I'm going to use some iron for this one. I'm going to stick a few blocks just here. We'll finish that in a second. Right, so on this one, we're going to have a comparator, of course, again, to read the contents of this chest right here. And again, that's going to go into a block. See if we can do this. See how skillful I can make this. And then we need some redstone dust on top of here. So this redstone dust is going to be the same power output as this chest because of the comparator. And now we need another one of these blocks here. Another comparator because we want to keep that same signal strength all the way through. We don't want it to decay at all. And then we need, I think, we need to have a block. Yes, a block here. I sound unsure because I am. and a comparator there. And then some redstone dust along here. And that's it. So we just got to finish this all the way along like this. And then add the redstone dust all the way across the top, just like that. And we're done. That's this module is finished. So hopefully if we remove this dirt out of the way, and now we should be able to give it a test. So in this top one, just got a few items. Let's take those out. And to see the lamp depowered, let's take a few of these items out of here. And our lamp should go down there. Let's put it in the top one. And we can see the lights lighting up. Awesome. So there we have it. So that's the basics of the module. Obviously we're going to do some decorating up and stuff like that. But yeah, so the idea here is that we can have this as our to do, in progress and done list of stuff. And then these lights are going to correspond that. Yeah, so it should be quite interesting. And then if we have another 3 of these modules, we'll have a whole bunch of different lights all the way around that somewhat indicate the progress we're making through our world. All right, so the next thing, I guess, is to put something on top of this. So my idea, let me tell you my idea. This kind of looks like, when I was building this up, I was kind of experimenting in creative, building it up. And obviously this is not very high. It's only a few blocks high, but we've got 14 blocks to play with for every level in the Death Star. And yeah, I wanted to make use of those 14 blocks. So I thought, what about if we had something like this above? And quite common in sci-fi films, you end up in a computer room or something like that, and there's just a wall of lights that just randomly flicker on and off. And I'm not sure they actually mean anything, but they look quite cool. So my idea is to have on top of this another 3 high of lamps by 15, another 3 by 15, or maybe a bit longer even, up to here maybe, of just lamps like this, and have them all flickering at random, independent of each other. And yeah, it should be quite cool. Should be quite a cool effect, especially once we've got the other sides in as well. Behold, the most over-engineered project board ever devised in Minecraft. So yeah, I've added the fascia to this, added a bit of bit of decoration, so it looks a bit nicer. So that's all good. And here is our board at the top, which is going to be our flickering lights, just for an effect, like I said before. And here is a clue. Why is that guy lit up? Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Where's my rockets? Here they are. Hopefully you can see this guy. So down here is a load of pressure plates. Oh, and he's walking around. There you go. So this is what this is how we're gonna get all these lights to be lit up independently. We're gonna go and get some of those chicken eggs, stick a whole bunch of chickens in here, and yeah, they're gonna light up all these lamps. So this bottom row here of pressure plates are gonna light up this bottom row right here. So we've got to get the chickens in and yeah, cap them in so they can't get out. And then we're gonna have this row. It's going to have a whole bunch of pressure plates along here as well, with a whole bunch of chickens in here, and going to have these repeaters going along here, and then blocks along here that will obviously keep the chickens in place, but also will then power this middle row. So that's how we're going to do the middle row, chickens along here. And then up here, right in there, there's pressure plates there. So we're going to have a whole bunch of pressure plates going on here, and likewise that's going to be powering this block underneath, which will then be powering the top row. So as these chickens walk around, just as they do, we'll get individual lamps turning on and off. There he goes. Gonna have to get rid of him in a minute. But let's go and get some chicken eggs, and then we'll get the chickens in. Right, so here are the chickens, and you can see there's a few there on top. So we must have filled up. Yeah, we did. We filled up our chest. So they've been going while I've been building. They've been doing their stuff. So this is a nice, easy and quick way to get chickens in place. So let's go back over there. Let's try. Whee! Uh-oh, oh, there you go. Well, I wonder where I was there for a minute. Right, so let's get some of these chickens in. Now, the trick is to get them in without them escaping, and I probably need to get rid of this guy. This might be bad news, but let's try. Come on, guy. Let's go. Let's dance. I've got you. Yes. That was nerve-wracking. Okay, yeah, and the other thing is just to mention, I'm using stone pressure plates, so if the chickens lay eggs and they go on these pressure plates, they won't activate. So yeah, that's instead of using wooden ones, of course. So yeah, let's get some chickens in and see if we can. Oh, where'd you go? Look at these two troublemakers. Never trust a chicken. Yeah, I knew I was going to have trouble with those guys running around and getting out, but it's all good. We got a few chickens in each one. I think like 3 or 4 chickens in each level. So yeah, we should get some kind of activity. It's going to depend how close we are. Whoa! Yeah, I think it might depend how close we are in terms of how much activity we get. But yeah, as we're here, we should see some movement just as like a background bit of an effect. So yeah, pretty good. There they go. They're moving around. All right, so over here, one other thing I've done here just to finish this one off is, well, I've added some signs. So this board is going to be all about the overworld, and I thought rather than chests, now we've just got a whole bunch of shulker boxes in the last episode, let's use shulker boxes. And of course we can open them and we can check out our projects just by hovering over all the items in here. Now I'm not sure what the best item is to use. I've just used these stone swords. They're not swords. Stone shovels. Wow. I've used the stone shovels to just to illustrate, but I'm not sure if there's a cooler item. It has to be non-stackable. And of course just labelled these, so our to-do list of projects we haven't started yet goes in there. Things we've started, not finished, goes in there. And of course projects that are done will end up in there. Alright, so that is one module done and dusted. That's for the overworld. Just got to build this 3 more times. Alright, let's get cracking. And here we are, it's all done. We've got our 4 modules in place. So we've got one over there for the overworld, right there. And this one over here is for the end, which is basically everything in the end apart from the Death Star. But this one here, which is for the Death Star. And of course over here we have the Nether. So this means we can put all of our projects in here. We can name an item for each project and stick it in one of the color-coded shulker boxes. And of course we've got our chicken-powered display at the top. Oh geez, those chickens. Anyway, yeah, I've made a bit more of an effort to do it a bit smarter when I did these 3, and it's actually all right. I don't think many escaped, so yeah, pretty cool. I'm not sure what to do about the floor here because it's quite a big expanse, and I don't want to fill it with just concrete because it might be a bit too bland. So at the moment, I'm just going to leave it like this. So we've got access, but yeah, I want to do something interesting with the floor. I was thinking either could do some glass and have maybe something interesting underneath, depending on what we have on the floor below, or don't know, not sure what else we could do here. So if you've got any suggestions about what we could do for the floor, it might become more clear once we've got a clear idea of what we're doing with the decoration for like the these corridors, because these are going to come out, and once we know what we're going to do, you know, filling in the walls in between and ceilings and things like that. So it might all come together later. So at the moment, I'm not going to worry too much about it, but yeah, that's definitely something. So for this episode, I need you in the comments. I need your help. So first of all, what item should we use to name to fill our shulker boxes? It needs to be something that's non-stackable. So the so the redstone works with the lights. I'm not sure if naming like an item would count or not. I haven't tried that. It could do. We'll have to try. And of course, the other thing is, I do have a list of projects. I have quite a long list of builds and stuff like that, especially different spaceships and stuff we can build in the end. But if you've got any suggestions for that kind of stuff, get it in the comments, and we can stick it on an item and get all these items all filled out, ready for next episode. And what would be really helpful, if you can have a look at how many characters you can have in a named item, and almost have that in your comments so I can copy and paste it onto an item exactly. That would make my life super easy. If you want to, that would be helpful. But yeah, if not, don't worry. All right, so there we go. We've got our chicken powered, over engineered project board. Oh, where do I get these things? Anyway, that's enough of that. So we've got one more thing to do, and that is down here. All right, we are here in the Hall of Fame, looking at these epic heads. Looks really cool. So yeah, before we get on to the new addition to the Hall of Fame, one piece of news to let you know about, and that is that there won't be an episode next week, and that is because I'm off to New York. Yeah, myself and my wife going off for a week to New York, and so won't have time to record, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll be returning to normal schedule after that. So hopefully that's all right. Okay. So yeah. In fact, if you've got any suggestions about where we should go in New York, what we should see, what we should do, that kind of stuff, obviously we'll do all the normal touristy stuff, but yeah, any other suggestions for some cool secret places we should check out, then yeah, let me know. All right, let's add the next name to the list in the Hall of Fame. And that new member is Ivan. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, Ivan. Thank you for all the support. Ivan has been epic in Discord in particular, also in the comments over a very long period of time. Sorry it took me so long to get around to adding you, but that's just me being a derp. But thank you, Ivan. Let me know what head you would like, and we'll get that sorted out. And yeah, thank you for the support, my buddy. Thank you very much. And that is about it for this episode. We have created the most awesome project board ever devised in Minecraft. Super over-engineered, but yeah, a lot of fun with some chicken-powered lights and stuff. But yeah, so if you like the episode, then yeah, hit that like button. And if you are new, then feel free to subscribe. And if you've got any comments or suggestions or any questions or anything like that, then get it in that comment section. All right, my geeks, until next time, I will see you later.